guys, it's Eric G from Around the House Show. I wanted to introduce you to one of our new sponsors. Monument Grills was founded by three good friends in Atlanta, Georgia that wanted high-quality, durable grills inspired by iconic monuments. The grills are created for the person who loves to cook and are built to last and to enhance your outdoor cooking experience. What I love is that they are the best quality grills for under $900. So check out the American gas grill experts at monumentgrills.com. I bet you'll love to cook on one like I do. Check out the new standard in outdoor cooking at monumentgrills.com.
It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to the Around the House Show, the next generation of home improvement. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Eric G. This is our midweek update. This is what comes out here in the middle of the week that doesn't cover the stuff that happened in last week's show. And of course, what's happening in this week's show coming up, and we've got a great one this weekend. I squeaked one out. I tell you what, I apologize, guys. I have been down with one of the worst colds I've had in probably 5 or 6 years, because I tell you what, I never get them. I'll get a little stuffy sometimes, but every 3 or 4 years, I get hit with something hard that knocks me down a few days, and this one took me down about 4.5, and boy, it was rough. So stay safe out there. Keep those fluids in, wash your hands, all that stuff. Try to see if you can keep from getting this one going around. Wasn't COVID. I did a couple COVID tests. We were fine. So it wasn't that. It's just a really rough cold going around out there. And feels good to be here on Wednesday at about 80%, which is much better where I was last week. So feeling good about that. Today's episode is brought to you by a friend at Monument Grill. Check them out if you're looking for a barbecue to replace that old propane barbecue out back and ready for tailgate season. Might be time to get a new one. Check them out at monumentgrills.com. Well, today I wanted to talk about a frequent question that I get. How should I come up with money for my DIY projects? What is the best way to do that? And, there's people out there going, hey, how do I pay for that? Do I pay it with cash? Do I get a HELOC? Do I go out and get a home improvement loan? Do I put it on credit cards? Do I finance it? What do I do here in the fourth quarter of 2024? Now, here's the thing, and let's talk about this. This right now is probably one of the worst weeks of turmoil that we're going to have in the last 3 or 4 years. It just is. It's election time. I hate being negative about it. The world is so negative right now, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole here because it's way too easy to follow everybody else. And we're just not going to do that here and around the house. But we're just going to call the spade for the day and all of that. Well, here's the thing. Right now, with the turmoil that we have, the way interest rates are, they're getting a little better. I would be hard pressed to make an argument for you to do a renovation and to extend yourself out by financing it. There's so many things that happen with financing home improvement projects. And let me give you my thoughts on this, and I'll get on my soapbox a little bit. We have natural disasters. We have, high winds. We have things that happen in our areas that can damage our homes. And what I want you to do, and this is where I always go, we need to be very careful because we have a lot of things going on right now with insurance rates going up and insurance coverages going on. I am right now sitting here in the middle of negotiating with my insurance guy, Tony Russell Insurance here in the Pacific Northwest. I love Tony. He's a radio friend. He is my insurance guy that I can have an honest conversation with. And I reached out to him and went, Tony, why is my brand X insurance going up? Car insurance has nearly doubled in 2 years. Not Tony's fault. Company I'm with has nothing to do with him, and no accidents, nothing like that. I think we have one windshield replacement. Other than that, it's clean. So there's nothing there, no tickets, no nothing like that. Not even any really new cars other than my Chevy. So that's clean. So I was like, what's going on there? Why is my homeowners going up? And he says, man, they just keep doing 30%, 40% hikes, and that's what's happening out there. So one thing is I'm worried, especially with roofing and things like that out there, where insurance companies on a whole get something that, but I worry about them not covering roof losses, coming up with ways to get out of that, and all that. And by the way, a shout out to Tony, because he went out and requoted a different company within his umbrella of coverages, because I like that he's an independent insurance guy. He's got different people. I'm going to switch insurance teams within his organization, and he's saving me thousands of bucks a year, which I like. When I get into, starting to get it where I can start counting that on my hand and start working towards the next hand pretty soon, that's where I'm starting to talk about, hey, he's saving me money and getting equal coverage. So I like that. And that's why I like doing business with an insurance guy that's local, that I can get on the phone and I don't have to call into a customer service to do stuff online, because we can have this conversation of what things really cost. For me as a homeowner, I'm a little different than most people. I'm not going to do a $1,500 claim. I'm not. If I had something damaged in my house, I'm just going to fix it. Not going to call in and deal with it. It's not more worth my time. If I had a broken pipe, guess what? I'm going to fix it. It's not worth paying the $1,500 because I can probably fix it for that. If it's going to be big, it's going to be big, and then I'll deal with it then. But I don't need to have a $500 deductible on my house or $1,000 deductible on my house, because I'm just going to take care of it myself. So have those conversations with your agent. It can save you some money. But really, when it comes down to working on projects, and especially if you're a remodeler or a person doing a lot of DIY projects, you should be having that conversation with them as well to make sure you're covered, because sometimes you put more into that house than what, I know people that I'm like, oh, you've got a $250,000 replacement value on the house if the house burned down. Awesome. But didn't you just spend $80,000 in a brand new kitchen? Does that make sense? So you start to think about some of that stuff and go, wait a minute, maybe I can't replace the structure for what I think. So be careful with that. But back to financing, I want you to have some money, or the ability to go get money if you have a disaster at your house. I don't know right now, and I love my kitchen and bath people out there that are doing remodels, but I'm not sure right now in 2024, I would, in the way the economy is and other stuff, it might not be a great idea to go out and get a 9% loan to do a kitchen remodel unless you've got some savings backed up to take care of those things. So, I would play it a little safe here until we get through the election, maybe through the end of the year, and take a peek at it. But HELOCs, I've seen people lose their house over HELOCs. If you don't plan ahead for that, I'll defer that out a year or two. It can be a big problem. What happens a year from now, you can't make a big payment on that. So or 5 years or whatever it is. So be really careful not to paint yourself in a corner with a remodeling situation. The best way is cash. If you can go into your home improvement store and get 90 days, 120 days, 6 months, same as cash, a year, no interest financing or whatever, maybe that makes sense for you. You can save the money, put it away, pay it off. And the worst case is maybe you just have to sit there and pay the interest rate at the end. But that might not be a bad way to go with some of these, store cards and things like that. But you got to be careful, because it's a big trap too. They want to charge you that interest at the end. I've made that mistake. You go, oh man, I should have paid that off. I missed it by a few days. Whoop, there goes hundreds of dollars on that thing, because you missed the 1 year same as cash at Best Buy or whatever on there. And they did a good job of warning me. I burned myself on that one though. Just getting busy and not paying attention to it. That can cost you some significant money. But be really careful out there, guys. I would be financing cash out of pocket unless your situation, you have a great control of your situation. Make sure that you're good. I just don't know where things are going to go here in the next, it's been a wild ride this week for politics out there, and we don't do politics on this show. And I really try to keep that out of here as best I can, because I know every single person that's listening right now is so sick and tired of it like I am. But we just got to see where things go out there, guys. And I think we'll be able to make some better decisions of what's going to happen here in the next few months. So keep your head up, stay positive out there. No matter what this election season, as homeowners, half of us are going to feel really upset about what's going on, depending on which half it is. And so be kind to ourselves. Let's see if we can learn one thing from this election season, is that we've got to really keep ourselves positive. Shake your neighbor's hand that's got the opposing party's political sign on it. See if we can mend some fences here, because tell you what, we need to have better neighborhoods, better friends, better people. And some of us, all of us, if we can take 2 steps to mending fences and stopping the hate and divisiveness out there, I think we can get ourselves turned around out of this death spiral we're in of negativity. And if we could do something like that, I think we can make something positive out of this for all of us. And so that's my little soapbox speech right there, guys, of, man, I tell you what, like many of you, you kind of have 2 choices. You either get fired up at what's going on, or you turn it off and walk away. And, just do what you can do to maintain that you're in a good position. Watch your family and friends. Make sure everybody's safe. And let's keep our heads up on this, because I think we've got one more week of a bumpy ride, and hopefully this is over for everybody for a bit. And we can get back to building beautiful houses, remodeling our homes, making things look beautiful, and getting ready for the holidays. I'd love to get this behind us so we can all have our friends and family together for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever we celebrate out there into the holiday season. It's going to be a great year, I think, and I think we all have a lot to be thankful for. But let's see if we can get through this, guys. And I don't want to sound negative here. Let's just keep it going and keep that positivity out there going, and enjoy ourselves coming into these holidays. And just think about your money situation out there. Don't put yourself in a position where you're taking risks at this point. We're just seeing too many volatile situations where I say, hey, if you need to do something like, hey, I got to put a roof on this house, go put a roof on the house. If you're like, I got windows that are failing that I got to fix, I'm going to cause more damage. Right now, you should be working on those projects that are foundational to your home to make sure that you're in a good position moving forward. If you've got an HVAC system that's not working 100%, get that service tech out, get it taken care of. If you need a new system, guess what? I'd probably be doing it now, because they're not going to get cheaper anytime soon. And a lot of those rebates out there that are coming might not be something that's going to help you. So take a peek at what you want to do. Put the system in you want before they can tell you what system you can put in and what system you can't. Something to save money on. Because those systems, as they change out and make them more efficient, they never get cheaper. So it might be a good time to do something like that to make your home a little bit healthier. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to rest my voice here a little bit. Get this up. Happy middle of the week out there. We got 6 days till election season is over. I know we'll probably be hanging around for a couple days with breaking news, because I got a feeling this one might drag out a couple extra days, especially in local elections and stuff out there. But I hope things go your way, and you can keep your head up and make it through this last week of election season 2024 out there. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in around the house. I really appreciate your support and you tuning into the show today. We got a great show coming up this weekend. We got some new tools, and we got some great stuff talking about things you can do to your house to make it a little bit healthier, especially when we're coming into fall and winter and we're closing things up for, that bad weather that typically comes in for many places here in the U.S. I'm Eric G. You've been listening to Around the House.
Somewhere unseen and undiscovered, anywhere beyond the mean. Life is a love song, let's be lovers. We're all over the radio. Take my hand, I know where to go. All over the radio with you. If I could dream.
Are you a small business owner?
Has business slowed down? How is your website? Does it look like it's seen better days and those are behind it? It's time you fix it with SciPipe Designs. My friend Johnny that you've heard on this show each week, yeah, that's him playing in the background, is my go-to web designer that understands how to get your website and web traffic where it needs to be. And that's making you money. If you want personalized service at a much lower price than those big companies out there, check him out at sitehypedesigns.com. If you want a rockstar website to turn your business around, you gotta hire the rockstar. Just wait till you see my website coming soon. It's absolutely amazing. Contact Johnny at sitehypedesigns.com before it costs you even more money. Let's get that business turned around.